before you kind of learned these techniques, before we started talking to each other, do you remember how many times you were going back to soft porn, pornography, masturbation on like a day-to-day basis?
Between every 3 to 4 days, and sometimes all day, every day. Also, multiple times a day, sometimes spanning multiple days.
And I get that because as I told you before, some nights I would literally watch it from like 11 p.m. to 4 a.m. Most days for me, it was like 30 to like 2 hours on like a regular day. So I get like I get like that extreme, but like normally, how long were the sessions like on average?
I'd say like 4 hours a day
Okay.
or every other day.
Has anything changed about that cycle after the 2 months that we've been working together?
Yeah, I'm able to work through the process of getting an urge and not just falling right in.
But what do you think was like the main thing that we covered that helped you to go from relapsing every 3 to 4 days, multiple times a day for basically all day, all night sometimes, to being able to recognize and work through the urge?
I think collecting data and analyzing it, talking about it, that helped. Um,
Why do you think that
rec-
helped?
I've collected data before in the past, like years and years worth of data, but I never really analyzed it, at least in a structured process. So
Mm.
I think having a structured process helped, and talking it over with someone.
Did anything else help you out, like, that stood out about, like, the program that we did here?
I think recognizing hopelessness thoughts, like talking to you about things, and then you pointing out how it could be a hopeless thought, that helps a lot because it helps me consider a different perspective on thoughts that are recurring. I think when you give examples from your own life of how to let go of tension, I think that's helpful. I think when you share, I don't want to say bad examples, more extreme examples, or I guess more degenerate examples.
Yeah.
Um, that helps a lot because
Like the real shit that actually happens, you know?
yeah, yeah, that helps a lot because I struggle with a lot, and it helps me to apply it to my other issues.
I'm glad that that helped you because some of it is pretty hard to relive and, like, open up, but if I ask you to be as open as possible, who am I to not be as open as possible?
Also, being flexible about the types of data collection, because I remember at some point I was struggling with the way I needed to do it, and you gave me like a mini version, and that helped a
Oh, okay.
lot. And yeah, that did help a lot.
And even
Um,
though we
yeah,
we
Change the way that you kept data? Do you think it helped or hurt you? Like, keep track of the actual data? Because I know we did minimize it a little bit.
oh, it did help because
okay.
the smaller version was a lot easier to keep track of and do consistently.
Now it's time for you to, tear me to pieces. Like, what do you think I can actually improve on to help you? Say, like, if you started from the beginning, or to help other guys, like, work through this quicker, better, and get even better results.
Yeah, I tried to write this down. I couldn't really think of anything, even over the course of days. I think it's just good to remember, just to remind the person, like it's not a perfect process, not gonna have perfect answers. Because when you were asking me hard things like let's switch roles, I have to explain it. I just felt a lot of pressure to be perfect. So you
Gotcha.
reminded me that it's not gonna be perfect, and this is hard.
Yeah, maybe I just need to be a little bit more human because I get it. Especially going through the what for process. Sometimes you want to get the perfect what for, but it's hard because you don't know what's perfect. You don't know what's right. You don't know what's wrong. Okay, that's nice. Is there anything else that you feel like I can improve on, just like broadly, before we get a little bit more nitty gritty?
That's honestly all I got. I couldn't think of anything.
You don't have to be nice to me, are you?
No.
Okay. Is there anything that you feel like I can do to make the process easier to learn or to make even what you said like easier to grasp?
No. I mean, I'll ask questions, right? So if I need an example, I'll ask for an example. So, oh, also, I think the stories help a lot, like the garlic with the dog, and
Okay.
just you told a lot of stories, but I think they all were helpful. Just give different perspectives.
Did anything feel unnecessary?
No, I didn't really have any negative feedback. Nothing really seemed too excessive. It just some parts were difficult, but I think it's because it's new. and it was uncomfortable. And I felt an underlying need to be perfect until you reminded me I don't have to be perfect. It's not going to be perfect.
I'm happy for that, truly, because I think the need to be perfect and, like, the thought of, like, "If I already know this, why am I still having an urge? If I already know this, why am I still having learning opportunities?" And it just adds more pressure, more hopelessness, more guilt, more shame, but we're not perfect creatures, we're human. If I did not explain anything else, hypothetically, and I only told you this one concept over and over and over again, what's the one thing I should keep?
It's hard to just pick one thing, but I think it's recognizing that there's more things that go into a learning opportunity than just one event, because that is something that I did believe. I would think, well, this one thing happened, and that's why I went back. When really, after talking and figuring it out, is realizing that I was sleepy, I was frustrated about all these different things I didn't let go of before. It helped me realize that, like, I am a student and I'm going for a
Yeah.
master's degree, and I'm also a caregiver, and I also have a YouTube page. Like, I have a lot of tension points, and I am doing a lot. I didn't recognize that until you said it, but I realized that there's a lot to let go of, and there's a lot of tension points, and all those tension points go into learning opportunities. So I think that point is huge. Um,
Okay.
because I didn't realize it, but also the letting go process. I feel like I know you said one, but those two things are very crucial because recognizing all those different sources of tension, I didn't realize those things.
Pornography doesn't decapitate you. It kills you by death by 1,000 cuts. Like, really quick, were you, like, skeptical about anything? Like, did you have any, like, nerves when we first started?
Was for certain this would not work because I've tried everything else, and I'm now at the point where I have some hope that if I really do continue this process, I can be free. Primarily because I hear your examples and hear especially your
Extreme examples, maybe?
yeah, I hear those and I just relate. I relate a lot.
Really quick, maybe that can help you, if you remind yourself of that, to remove the shame and guilt. You and me are no different. We've both done some fucked up shit.
Truly.
Yeah, that's it. It does help. I do remember that. That's I keep that in mind. Like if you could do it, I likely can do it too.
Is there anything else you think I should know? Whether it's what I could improve on, whether it's make sure you tell the next guys this round, this thing specifically. Is there anything else you could think of that I could do better?
Not really. I think I went over everything. Like I wrote down be flexible about data collection. I think another key thing is recognizing the hopelessness beliefs and moving to hope. Moving to courage are those things, these concepts that I think they're crucial because I can see the hopelessness and I can also see how sometimes I have hope. And when I do let go a lot, I start getting into that point of courage.